Hey guys, welcome back to Ritu here today with a new video. Today we're talking about the brand new MultiVersus character. You ever heard of a little show, kids? Any kids out there who watch Richard and Mortimer? Ever heard of Richard and Mortimer, the hit television show on Adult Swim? You probably don't even know that Morty's been added to the game because they didn't advertise it in any way or have any sort of prompt or notice that he's in the game or load screen or anything really. But Morty is now out. It's been a couple days, and you will be happy to know, everyone out there who loves Rick and Morty and loves seeing new characters added to fighting games like this, it's a big thing when the new character is added to a fighting game. You'll be happy to know that power creep is not going to be a problem in MultiVersus because the new character Morty is by far the worst character in the entire game. Yay! Woo! He's 3,000 gold and he's horrible. Let's go, dude. It's very fun. So Morty's out, and we're gonna be taking a look and talking about him today. He is the worst character in the game, bar none. Like Garnet is better than him, Taz is better than him, all for one very simple and specific reason that apparently the developers just don't take into account that in a fighting game you have to actually kill the other person, the enemy. You have to be able to ring out the person you're fighting. That's not possible with Morty because he has no lethal moves in his entire kit. Yeah. So if you haven't tried Morty, you might not know this. If you have tried him, I'm sure you do. He has, I'd say, one, maybe two moves, and they're both airs, that can actually ring out an opponent. Everything else is not lethal at all. Now he has a side combo that is just like, Arya's or Wonder Woman's, but instead of killing the enemy at the end, it does like 10 damage for the entire combo. This is 3 hits. It does 10 damage, and then they fly like an inch. It has no fucking knockback at all. Every single Morty move has no knockback at all. His side air is a big axe that you smack. It makes a huge smack noise. It fucking rails into them, and then they move at 90. At 90, they move maybe fucking like like half the stage. Not even, less than half the stage. You can hit someone off stage at 90 with a full charge side air. They won't die. They won't even get close to dying. It is actually insane, and everything in his kit does bare minimum damage. Like, I feel like they forgot to turn on damage or knockback multipliers for anything in his entire kit. The only 2 moves that you can kill with are his up air and his down air, and the down air is only a kill move because it's a spike, which pretty much every character has a spike as a down air. You have to be off stage, or they have to be very high knockback, and you can bounce them off the stage and out the top. And then his up air is an actual decent move. It is his only good move. But again, that requires you knocking your opponent up into the air and then hitting them with the up air at the top. That's almost impossible because you can't knock anyone anywhere with Morty. He's terrible. His entire kit revolves around this grenade mechanic where he can have 3 grenades that all go onto a cooldown. They are pretty weak, honestly. I don't get it. Like, maybe you have to have his grenade perk. As far as I can tell, you need to have his like level 10 grenade perk that makes them stronger. But the grenades, this is a grenade now, a full grenade directly inside the enemy will do 4 to 5 damage. And this requires you having to hold down your neutral special to throw the grenade. You have to literally make yourself completely like vulnerable for the entire duration of holding it and throwing it, and it's very slow. You throw the grenade, and then you have to hit your neutral to shoot the grenade, and then it will blow up. So you have to take a bunch of time to throw it, get it near the enemy, and then they can do any move in the entire game to hit it back at you, hit it away from them, or literally just dodge away, and that ruins your entire like damage output of any kind. That grenade is now useless because it has a timer where it'll just go away eventually. But if you just somehow manage to throw the grenade and it goes near them, and you shoot it, and they're close enough, you get rewarded with 4 damage. That's pretty good. That seems balanced, and there's no knockback. Like, maybe if they're plus, like 90 to 100, it'll have a chance, maybe, of sending them like halfway up the stage into the air, and then maybe you can get an up air. He's just horrible. He has a really fun kit with a lot of really cool moves. You know, there's like a teleporter down special where you can place a marker, run around wherever you want, and then eventually it'll pull you back to the marker, or you can do it even yourself. You can go out, chase someone off stage, pull yourself back to stage. It's a cool move. Like, he has fun moves. The grenades are fun because you know you can lay them out and then you can try to trap them up, and you can use your side special as like this spike that comes out of the ground. You can throw a grenade, and wherever it is, if you use your side special, you spike it, it'll split it into 2 grenades. So there's a lot of cool things you can do with this kid that are like sort of high skill, high mental capacity. He's an expert character. You can do some really high-skilled things, but you aren't rewarded for any of them at all because they don't do any damage or any knockback. Like, I feel like they were afraid to release a new character and have him be, like, overpowered and nerf Morty, and, you know, have the meta just be Morty for a while. But instead, they released the worst character. He is horrible. If you have a Morty in 2s on your team, you lose. That's literally, you just lose. And if you're playing Morty, you lose. Like, if you click Morty, you have to just assume, like, alright, I'm just playing this one just to play Morty for fun. I will lose this game, no matter what you do. And on top of that, can I just take 1 second? Every game I play, you assume it's like, you know, this is skill-based matchmaking. You're put against people of your same sort of rank. When I first got Morty, I was like 3,000 to 5,000 with him because I don't think many people were actually using him. And that would be a very high level of other players. 4 out of 5, if not every game, my teammate dies 3 times. I'm talking about like Supermans even. Like today it was a Superman. I don't know how you can even die. Maybe it's hard to die twice with Superman in a match. Anyways, they die 3 times and I die once and I lose and I go down. So hopefully I keep losing with Morty and maybe he becomes playable. Like if you ever have a matchup that is equal skill, 2 players, and this is what the game should always be, is 2 players of equal skill. If you're Morty and they're anyone else, you lose. He's just simply horrible. And I think the main reason he's so bad is he doesn't have a sort of crutch gimmick like every other character. He doesn't have anything lethal, anything you can rely on. It's all just super spam messy, and you never do damage. Like, you have to outperform your enemy like tenfold to get half the damage that they're getting. They have to just hit you with, like, you know, 1 side combo, and now you have to work for 5 minutes of hitting everything to get even close to that damage. Like, look at this. I'll put up a 1v1 of myself and another Morty. Don't even get me started on 1v1s. Mostly of what I've been saying is for teams. If you try him in once, you will lose every single game. It is completely a pointless endeavor to even try, because you cannot kill. You have to damage people like 150 plus, any character, Arya even, just to kill her. And then you have to get lucky enough to hit your 1 kill move. Like, this is a Morty and myself 1v1ing. I'll just leave it up. It's like an hour long. I was thinking the timer was going to run out. You can just look at the damage numbers that are going on here of how horrible his damage output is, and how even when you hit a massive hit, they don't move. They just fly 2 feet to the side and they come right back. It is crazy how bad he is. And I think it's because every other character has, you know, 5 lethal moves. Like, take a look at, you know, Bugs Bunny. You have the bat, you have the up bat, you have the down hammer, the side missile, the safe. Every single one of those things is lethal and can kill you. He has his neutral hammer. Morty has no neutral hold, and I feel like that's the perfect place to put a actual lethal move. His neutral to just tap is to shoot his gun. That's completely fine. Now put a neutral where you can hold it and do something lethal. Like Bugs Bunny pings out the hammer, it's a big charge thing, you hit him. It's a bad move. Usually you're not going to get a hit with that, but at least it will kill something. You know, Superman's up special is a kill. His hold neutral's a kill. His up neutral's a kill. His side neutral's a kill. His fucking every move in his entire kit is a kill. Tom and Jerry has the fucking mallet that like hits no matter where the enemy is on the stage. He is a lot like Morty. They're both these ranged spammers. Morty somehow is a bruiser, but he's a mage. Anyone can tell you he's a mage, but they have him marked as a bruiser. He plays just like Tom and Jerry would. But Tom has a kill move. Palm has many kill moves. He's got the trash can up air. That'll kill you fucking every single time. He has the hammer that'll kill you most of the goddamn time. He is actually a good character. All the characters in this game have something they can rely on that will be lethal. Whereas Morty has nothing. You just have to fucking throw grenades over and over and over and chip away, you know, 4 to 5 damage at a time, hope for the best, and literally just hope that the other person you're against is really bad at the game. If they're half as competent or even close to your skill level, you will lose every single time. And yes, he's an expert character. You can tell me, oh, skill problem, skill issue, that sort of thing. He is just bad. It's as simple as that. You know, you can take any character, and it doesn't matter what the matchup is with the other person. I'm simply talking numerically, one character and the other, the same, you know, moves. Morty's don't do any damage or knockback, and then none of them are lethal. He is a horrible, horrible character. And all they have to do to fix him is give him a lethal move, change his over air to actually have knockback, give him a hold neutral that does knockback, and make the grenades stronger, and he's honestly decent. Make everything he has probably 3 times the knockback, and he could almost be a viable character. Because you get lots of hits with him. You can hit people a lot, but you have to hit 10 times as many as anyone else to do the same damage. It is absolutely ridiculous, and I don't know what they were doing. Not only was it a horrible character release because they didn't market it in any way, the game literally saw 0 spike in player count of any kind with a new character because the marketing has been abysmal now. I don't know what's happened since launch. Everything has gotten worse. The Season 1 Battle Pass is the worst Battle Pass of any game that literally has ever been made. And then Morty has no player spike because no one even knows he's out, and he's the worst character in the game. I don't know what the fuck is happening. They also just delayed the Black Adam movie, so I have a feeling that maybe Black Adam will be as well if they were going to do a movie tie-in like launch for him. But they've also already promised that he's Season 1, so hopefully he does come. But, you know, it's just so much, it's just, this game has so much promise. It's doing what every game does, and it's just dropping the ball in a lot of ways. But today we're just talking about Morty. That's pretty much all I even have to talk about. Also, quickly here at the end, I forgot to mention that Morty launched not even finished, not complete as a character. His passive is not enabled, which is a large part of his kit, and would make him a lot better. It's just not on. They just have the passive not in the game. The way his passive works, and it's only helpful in 2s, which means he still is horrible in 1s, which is kind of dumb to have a passive that only works in 2s. But anyways, his passive is that every time you walk past your teammate, you give them a grenade, similar to LeBron's basketball, where on their next move, they also throw a grenade. So like if they do a side special punch or whatever with Superman, also a grenade will go out, and now you have something you can work off of because you have an extra grenade on the field that you can shoot. And you can do this as you pass them. It's on a cooldown. But, you know, every now and then you get an extra grenade. So he would become a decent bit better. Nothing fantastic because the grenades are still horrible. But I don't know why that's not enabled. It's just not finished. They released him unfinished. So another thing that it would make him better once it's on, but I don't know if it's going to make much of a difference at all. The character is bad. If you've tried him, let me know what you think. It's also really, really disappointing that they didn't get Justin to do any VA, and I don't know why. Justin Roiland has his own game company. He's put out multiple full games where he voice acts the entire game, like many, many characters. I know they were just working on, you know, Rick and Morty season 6 or 7, whatever is about to come out in like a couple weeks. But he would have done the voice acting. You guys have known about this for a very long time. Why is there no voice acting? Like, a lot of the fun and charm of this game, you know, most of the fun and charm of this game, besides just playing the game and fighting, is the characters interacting. People were excited because they love the show, and they love Justin. They love Rick and Morty, the characters. You know, why can't I hear Morty yelling at Batman? Why can't I hear Morty yelling at Shaggy? And what, you know, they say nothing. It's just silent. It's just so awkward. All they have for lines is cut and pasted lines from the show. And I assume that will be fixed soon, hopefully, because I know Justin would do it. So why isn't it there? I couldn't tell you. And if they had Rick in the same state, you know, there's not even an announcer pack for these characters. There's no original voice lines of any kind. Morty just says shit from the show, and that's it. And, you know, that's not the level of standard that they've been adhering to, and it's not what people wanted or expected, or, you know, and most people are disappointed in that. Not only is the character bad, he's not voiced, and there's no new stages. It's a real shame, honestly. Hopefully they make Morty better. They're gonna have to, because, like, it's one thing to just say, well, he's an expert character, we gotta give people time. The high skill players will be good with him. A high skill player will be against another high skill player, and Morty is fucking weak as shit. He's horrible, especially when most high skill players are playing 1s. Good fucking luck. It's bad. If you play Morty in 2s, you have to have a teammate who is good, like good or better than you, because he needs to be finishing all the kills. But, and trust me, I ain't getting any of those teammates. I ain't seen one teammate who's good in weeks. Anyways, guys, that's about it. This has been a little talk, a little info, and a little visuals of Morty. You can take him, you know, if you really think I'm full of shit, you can go look up. I didn't bother doing it because it's a lot of effort. I'd rather just have real gameplay in the background. But if you want to go look at Morty in the, like, training area against the dummy and see how much his combos do, his over combo with the hammer is 3 hits, it does 10 damage, and it combos into nothing, and there's no knockback. And that's his only combo. He has nothing else that you can really combo into anything. Like, you can down air, up air, you know, into a snake gun or whatever the fuck, but most of his shit isn't comboable and does no damage. It's a real shame. No knockback, no damage. It's just not fun to play when you're at a huge disadvantage trying to enjoy a character that's new. If you play him, you lose. That's about it. Thank you guys for watching. If you've tried Morty, let me know what you think down below. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.